A.
Okay, so we're into week 11 and 12. And I'm going to talk today a little bit more about how we've been working on Cheuk Cheuk's expressive language and articulation. So as you know, Cheuk Cheuk's not very good at kind of making sounds and copying our speech. He's a little bit disarticulated at this point. And so we're trying a lot of things to see if we can help him to articulate more clearly and a little bit better. So one of the programs we've been doing recently is we've been working on having him identify some alphabets. He loves alphabets, so this is actually quite a good, thing that he's interested in. And we associate different sounds with the different letters. So the pa is a p sound and the m is a m sound. And in the beginning, we're just teaching him that each of these letters has a specific sound. So we do that receptively. So we say the sound, pa, and he has to find the letter on the table. And he learned this really, really quickly, this association of the sounds, meaning the letters, because he's quite good at receptive labeling.
我哋揾 P， 係喎，呢個係 P， 我哋有俾 P 鴨仔先。
We then wanted to see if he was able to sort of now start to make the sounds. So we would use the card and show him the letter P, and then also do it as a verbal imitation and say the sound P. And then he had to say the same thing. So this enabled us to have lots of practice at having him start to really repeat and concentrate on saying singular sounds, mostly consonants and vowels. And we are able to shape and reinforce sort of better approximations, clearer sounds when he makes them.
好，第一個呢個哇，犀利！呢個喳係啦。好，呢個啪。
Our final phase is to sort of show him the card and then have him make the sound by himself. It's much easier to make a sound if you've heard somebody already make it or if you can see their lips and how they say it. So in this clip, we're fading that and just showing him the sound, and can he find the right sounds when we show him those labels. This could become quite helpful later on when we start to blend sounds or if we want him to make a specific sound on demand. So let's take a look at that.
叻喎，犀利！好，呢個咧，好嘢喎！好，知咗俾你。好啦，最後一張啦，呢個，係啊，好，點問你？完成啦。
So we're going to be continuing to proceed with having him make different sounds and see if he can kind of clean it up a little bit to make some of those sounds he can make a little clearer. And we'll continue to spend a bit of time practicing this. Another thing we did is we took some words that are some of his favorite things. We really wanted to sort of see if we could practice some of those words and get him a little clearer because these are things he frequently wants to request. So we've been doing a lot of sort of expressive labeling and requesting work around those words.
係喎，砌，好砌兩先，
Lastly, we were also teaching him a bit more of an advanced imitation task. And we've been teaching him to kind of copy two actions. That means I'm going to do two things, do this and do this, or whatever it is, and then he has to watch and then repeat the two.
做呢個咯喎，得你，好犀利，得你。
This is an important task for language, although it may not seem like it is, because it's the beginning of sequencing two bits of information. And so when we get to blending and saying two words with Cheuk Cheuk, it's going to be important he's able to process two bits. So when I say mommy, he would be like, right, it's mommy. Sometimes when we ask children to copy two steps, they may just repeat the last thing they've heard. So the two-step imitation task is an important one. Also, it enables him to follow longer sequences of modeling or demonstrations. So we've also been teaching him that, and he's been doing very well. Okay, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again soon.